y'all. You know, I've been hearing a lot of people on social media ever since the Milwaukee ship, and I even caught my homie Ticket TV. You know what I'm saying? Goes up to the homie. You know what I'm saying? So I saw this debate on Friday night about this specific topic. I also saw the homie Too Raw for TV video about this, right? And I just want to give my twist, my take, my this whole thing about teams winning a championship coming with an asterisk, right? Now, no, I'm just talking about NBA, right? I just want to stay in the realms of NBA, right? Now, the one excuse or the people make when their team doesn't win the championship is, oh man, Kevin Durant was hurt, and Kyrie was hurt also, and James Harden, he was battling a hamstring. So if the Brooklyn Nets, had not gotten hurt, the Milwaukee Bucks would have won the championship. So that gives you the right to put an asterisk on the Milwaukee Bucks championship. They beat Brooklyn because had your team won the championship, then this nigga would say, man, I don't hear nothing but no excuses, man. It's just a part of the game. So you can't have it both ways. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to get. You cannot have it both ways in an argument. You beat who's in front of you. Because another thing you hypocrites would do, right? Because had the Milwaukee Bucks not won the championship, this is what you guys would say. Oh man, Giannis ain't get it done, man. And Chris Middleton he ain't worth all that money y'all paid him. But all of a sudden now they won a championship and they're a super team. Get the fuck out of here. See, this is how you know you won the argument, because if you point out these facts, if you point out statistics and all that, then they say this. Oh man, you just being a hater. Come on, man, you just being a hater, man. Yeah, when you ain't got nothing to say, you resort to empty talk like that. Oh man, you just being a hater, man. Come on, man. Stop all that hate, man. Why you all that hate in your heart, man? Giannis showed everybody how to do it. You don't need a super team. You don't need to stack the deck to win a goddamn championship. You don't. And then let's talk about the Lakers championship. Because you got people running around here talking about, oh man, that's the Mickey Mouse ring, or that's the Bubba ring, and all that. Look, first of all, everybody agreed to play. If you didn't want to play, you had the chance to opt out, right? When the Players Association got together, they could have made it known that they didn't want to play, right? It'd have been the end of that. But they chose to play. So you got to respect the outcome of what happened. Because had your team not blown a 3-1 series lead and all that, and had your team going on to win the championship, i.e. the Clippers, right? But and yes, I'm talking to Mookie Jones, a.k.a. Dookie Diarrhea of the Mouth, right? Because he's running around here calling that stuff Mickey Mouse ring. So I'm talking specifically to you. Had them Clippers won that damn championship, you'd be out there defending that championship like how like how a fat kid defend a German chocolate cake from other people in the house. So I don't want to hear this bullshit about no damn Mickey Mouse ring or bubble ring or all that other shit. They agreed to play. You got to respect the outcome. Everybody was on the same playing field, literally. Everybody got to go to the hotel. Everybody got to come to the gym. Everybody got their own. Everybody got to practice hard. All that stuff was laid out for everybody. It was an even playing field. There was no travel. There's no nothing. So I don't hear this bullshit about, oh man, that was a bubble ring. They didn't have to travel. They didn't do none of that shit. I don't hear none of that bullshit. It's the championship. They want it. Respect the guys that have championship. Hit the like. And this is what happens when you get a whole bunch of empty, hollow-minded people infiltrating platforms and spew out this nonsense. Oh man, I don't have a favorite team, man. I got a favorite player. So that's why I don't like talking to guys that have a favorite player, because groupie love seemed to be a thing, especially in 2021, where they don't hold their favorite player accountable. They want to put on their scrappy do cape, right? Put him up, right? They don't sit there and do that shit when we go to cooking their team and all that. So I just want to know, who died and put y'all on the payroll? When did somebody die that was inside someone's camp and they put y'all on the payroll? Because the way some of you guys be defending y'all favorite player, y'all don't even defend your own family the way y'all be defending your favorite player. What's up, y'all? I see y'all in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Polo, Panzer, DJ7 for life. I see y'all in the building this morning. For real. Some of y'all don't even defend your own friends the way y'all be defending these favorite players and all that. But when you go out here talking shit about Kobe Bryant, y'all say stupid shit like this. Oh man, he was an inefficient shooter. Or when you go talking shit about Allen Iverson, oh man, he was an inefficient shooter, man. And don't even look at the context of the matter, right? The Sixers was like one of the worst teams in NBA history to go to the NBA Finals. But yeah, y'all sit up here and talk shit about Allen Iverson. Really? Allen Iverson, right? And y'all say, oh man, Kyrie Irving better than Allen Iverson. No, he's not. Don't get me wrong. This ain't no slight on Kyrie. But hey, I never seen Kyrie Irving take a team by himself to the NBA Finals, right? I seen Allen Iverson do it. And he's shorter than Kyrie. So, but going back to this whole thing about a championship having an asterisk by it, right? That's stupid talk. That's stupid talk, okay? Because the only thing you can hang on is, oh man, these guys, man, you got guys that got injured, man. Injuries happen every fucking year. Injuries happen every year. So this whole thing about, oh man, if it weren't for a call, or if it weren't for another thing I hate about, debating people like that is always the coulda, shoulda, woulda argument, right? It's the coulda, shoulda, woulda argument, right? Look, I don't like coulda, shoulda, woulda arguments. You know why? Because you don't know what the situation will unfold if there's no foregone conclusion about coulda, shoulda, woulda argument. Okay? There's so many things that happen within the game that you can't definitively say that, oh man, if James Harden had gotten hurt and Kyrie was healthy, Brooklyn Nets would have won that series. How do you know that? How do you know that? If all the stars align, it would make the Big Dipper. What the fuck's your point? Hell, if other stars align, it would make goddamn Galileo. What the fuck is your point? I don't like coulda, shoulda, woulda arguments. Hey, who died and gave you the time stone and you looked at 14,756,800 and definitively say that, hey, I saw into the future, and I saw into the past, and I ran these different combinations, and I was able to determine that, hey, the Brooklyn Nets will beat the Milwaukee Bucks, surefire that if these aforementioned things didn't happen. So y'all Doctor Strange now? Y'all Miss Cleo? Some of you? Because then some of you be Miss Cleo in drag, but still, you can't definitively say what would happen if these things were to take place. Hell, if that's the case, then, if I was in LA somewhere, right? And if I was able to run into Halle Berry, and if I was able to, say some sweet nothings in her ear, then maybe, just maybe, we can go to the Marriott in the goddamn presidential suite, and Halle Berry and I can reenact Monsters Ball, right? These coulda, shoulda, woulda arguments are stupid talk. For real, it's stupid talk. Coulda, shoulda, woulda arguments. But that's your so a coulda, shoulda, woulda argument is your justification for putting an asterisk by a team's championship, right? The fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Put some proper context into your debate without using coulda, shoulda, woulda arguments and without using excuses of, oh man, they got hurt, man. Man, my team got hurt, man. What do you expect, man? Man, look, next man up. Last time I checked, they're all professional basketball players. Last time I checked, they were all professional basketball players. So what the deal? What's up, Think Tank? Unique Don. I see you. Mwah. Right? This is crazy of what I see on different debate shows and all that, right? Whether it be on the national level with Undisputed or First Take, right? Or on a low level in these YouTube streets where, you get these jackasses that hop on my brother Ticket channel, right? Talking shit like Flo. Like the only thing that sounds good about Flo's name is Toilet Flo, okay? Because them dumbass hard takes you be coming up with. My bad, y'all. Goddamn, I hit a bad spot out here, so my bad on that. Yeah, it's a bad area, so ain't nothing I can do about that. For now. But anyway, yeah, man, that's that whole thing, man. Guys don't put proper context in their debates and their arguments. The minute you go against what they say, man, you just being a hater and all this other bullshit. It's empty talk. It's a whole bunch of empty talk by a whole bunch of people that just want to listen to themselves talk. See, the good thing about social media is that everybody has a voice. The bad thing about social media, everybody has a voice, right? And then, this is how you know you got them in an argument, because anytime you ask them a question, they don't seem to comprehend very well. Don't seem to comprehend very well. Because, hey, let me ask you a question. Hey, so when in 2011, when the Miami Heat was playing the Dallas Mavericks, and LeBron James actually was scoring below his season average, so how do you explain that? Because that was one of the reasons why the Miami Heat lost that finals, right? Now, he was supposed to be the best player of the world that year, But he wasn't even the third. He wasn't even the best player on his team, but he was the best player in the world, right? How is that possible? The dude scored below his season average. So when you point out these facts, then and you ask them that, then these dick licks go. Oh man, what the fuck, man? You being the hater, man. Come on, man. LeBron had, he had a lot going on during that time, man. I just want, y'all need to stop being a hater, man, because, that kind of thing ain't good for the soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all gotta hate so much? Why y'all gotta hate on the man? The man, all the man want to do is just, play basketball, go home, be with his family, and have Taco Tuesdays and all that. Man, come on, man. Why you gotta hate on the man? Okay, so at what point you gonna answer the question? How do you explain someone who averaged 22 again that season, only averaged 17 in the finals? But he's supposed to be the best player in the world, but he wasn't even the best player on his team. Or they'll say something like this: man, that's their first season, man. They need time to acclimate. They really need time to acclimate. They need to come together, man. They gotta put this concoction together. Oh, concoction? Since when you came up with words like concoction and acclimate? I'm shocked that a hollow mind would even conjure up such words. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's the type of shit they say when they ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got no argument. What's up, Trey? Salute to you, homie. This is why it's hard to debate a lot of people, right? Look, when I hear certain people like Flo and Cedric Clark, that's why Cedric Clark, you my long-term project, little boy. That's right. You gonna get that bullshit out your fucking brain. I'm gonna pour some Muslim into you, little young thundercat. Anyway, they can't seem to comprehend when you ask them questions like that. Or, this is my favorite one right here. The whataboutisms, right? Whataboutisms. So, you ask them something about their favorite player, then they say this. Man, but what about Kobe, man? Kobe Bryant had a super team. First of all, Kobe Bryant had no goddamn super team. So shut the fuck up with that bullshit, right? Or they revert to, oh man, the Chicago Bulls had a super team. Okay, outside of Jordan and Pippen, right? But was Bill Winnington this all-around top 5 player? What's up, Eric Johnson? Was Tony Kukoc this, world beater? Was motherfucking Horace Grant, right? A guy I admire because they drafted him out of Clemson, right? He plays college ball at. So was Horace Grant this world-renowned player that the oceans would part and the clouds would separate and die? No, he was not. What about Bill Cartwright? Right? Was Bill Cartwright this all-world talent? No, they weren't. There was not no super team when they won the championship. So shut the hell up. Some of you guys weren't even fucking born during that time. And y'all sitting up there trying to tell people who lived during that time what the deal was. Some of you guys should have been squirted in a condom and flushed down the toilet talking that bullshit. Should have been running down your mama ass crack on the side of her head, right? On the titties or wherever, but it should not have shot inside her. That's where that sperm should not have been shot. A lot of you talk that bullshit. Hell, you could have left that shit on the goddamn shower, on the shower wall and create mold for crying out loud. All these whataboutisms and pivoting. So I understand why guys who have not lived during that time, right, is able to sit up there and definitively say with confidence and with bass in their voice, right? They over to say all that talking that dumbass shit to people who lived during that time, who saw what happened. So no, if you're a test tube baby, right? If you were born on accident in 2011, no, not 2001, then don't sit up here and tell me what I saw during, in my opinion, was the golden era of basketball, when there was actually competition, where guys literally had to go through each other to win the championship. Oh man, that Bulls team was a super team. So their championship have an asterisk? Because that Bulls team was not a super team. Oh man, the San Antonio Spurs, man, you know, their championship got an asterisk too, man, because their team was a super team. Shut the fuck up. The Spurs were not a super team. Because if that's the case, the Spurs, if the Spurs were this super team, then they should have went back to back. The fact that they never went back to back should tell you something. All those players were drafted. They were not no damn super team. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, all those guys were through the draft. As my sister Carla Jenkins pointed out, salute to you, my sister. She know what the deal is. So, look, Carla Jenkins knows more basketball than some of you jackasses. We don't want to sit up here and put asterisks on people's championship. No, we're not putting no asterisk on nobody's championship. You beat who's in front of you. Because if you don't beat who's in front of you, then you be talking about how this person can't get it done, and you be questioning the coach, and you be questioning the whole offense, and oh man, this team lacks defensive intensity and all this other bullshit. A lot of you dick licks sound like Dick Vitale. What's up, Brett Jackson? Y'all heard what I said. A lot of you dick licks out there, all of a sudden now sound like Dick Vitale when y'all talking basketball. So no, respect these people's championships. Respect it. Everybody can't win the chip every year. Your favorite player cannot win the chip every year. What's up, Tyrone Church? And then, on top of that, let's talk about the players that don't get it done, right? So these players out here don't get it done and all that. They're getting eliminated every year in the first round or in the second round. Don't even make the NBA final, but we will sit up here and glorify these guys, right? Like, so Devin Booker makes the NBA finals for the first time in his career. Hell, this is the first year he made the playoff, but all of a sudden now we want to compare him to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. We want to compare Devin Booker to Kobe Bryant. Stop that fucking slander. Stop that shit. Stop that bullshit. Because Devin Booker himself didn't even compare himself to Kobe Bryant. So what the fuck made you, this representative, to put Devin Booker, a guy that's never made the playoffs, up until this point? He plays in his first NBA Finals and his first playoff appearance in 7 years, and we want to put this guy on the level of a 5-time NBA champion? The fuck out of here! Don't talk basketball. Talk about basket weaving. Talk about growing grass and growing and white rabbits and blue skies and purple pills. Talk about all that shit, but don't fucking talk basketball. Don't talk basketball. Nah, my bad, y'all. I'm in a bad area. Alright, I should be good now. But when the Phoenix Suns beat the LA Lakers in the first round, and a lot of these guys is running around here talking about, oh man, LeBron and AD were both hurt. You know, look, you think the Phoenix Suns are apologizing for beating the Lakers despite the fact the Lakers were hurt? So is it the Phoenix Suns' fault that the Lakers were hurt? No, it was not. So if it ain't their fault, they shouldn't have to apologize for beating the opponent that's in front of him. Because had the Phoenix Suns not beaten the Lakers in the first round, despite the fact the Lakers were hurt, a lot of you guys talk about it, right? They'll talk about, oh man, Phoenix was overrated and this thing and the next thing. So nope, you don't get to do that. You don't get to have it both ways, right? You don't get to have it both ways in the debate. If you're gonna stick on something, stick on something. But don't be this menacing flip-flop that feels the need to, hey, my team was all hurt now, man. But yet y'all still talk about winning the championship. And then you use if the coulda, shoulda, woulda argument and the if then statements and all this other bullshit to justify your little talking point. Which brings me to this before I end this stream, right? We all got a brain. And by the way, I see it, a lot of you guys don't use your brain when talking facts, right? Because there's two things. There's a truth and a lie. This thing about alternative facts or my facts and all this other bullshit, look, it's a fucking lie, okay? Stop telling lies when it comes to this basketball talk, right? Stop telling lies. And stop taking this mainstream media talking point. Look, I'm concerned, Nick Wright, that Toucan Sam looking motherfucker ain't nothing but a goddamn troll, right? And how he still has a job today while talking basketball is beyond me. Like, who propped this guy up? Who propped up this clown to talk basketball on TV? Kendrick Perkins, a guy that played now you would think a guy that actually played basketball in the league, albeit not on a high level, but you would think that he would bring some kind of insight and knowledge and wisdom to basketball. But all I hear is two-legged Rottweiler fecal matter coming out his mouth. Especially when he's talking shit about other players, violating the code. Talking about shit that's going on in the locker room. We don't need to know what the fuck's going on in those locker rooms. What goes on in those locker rooms stays in those locker rooms. They ain't gonna talk shit about Kyrie Irving, putting out shit like, oh man, if you put Kyrie Irving's brain in a bird, it'll fly backwards. Or and talking shit about Kyrie being scared because he faking a shoulder injury when he really did have a shoulder injury, and you ain't even had enough class or anything about you to apologize to the man. That's why Jalen Rose cooked his ass that one day. So you would think guys that played the game and that level of gameplay varies, right? When you were talking about from Ryan Hollins to Isaiah Thomas. I'm talking about the Hall of Fame Isaiah Thomas that played for the Detroit Pistons, right? But when you get guys like Ryan Hollins and Kendrick Perkins in the world, two guys that, you know, better at playing cornhole than basketball, and they're sitting up here telling you this, that, and the third. Matter of fact, Ryan Hollins was the same one that was telling people that Chris Paul was done, that Chris Paul ain't got it no more. That motherfucker said as tall, buck dancing, bear having ass on First Take and reeled off that bullshit when he got traded from the Houston Rockets to the OKC Thunder, right? And me and Ticket were the only people that was telling y'all that, hey, OKC's gonna be better than what they telling y'all. And they ended up making the playoffs that year. And they was within the eyelash of beating the Houston Rockets. Now that team wasn't projected to be very good. And they may end up making the playoffs because of Chris Paul. But you leave it to Bama, and then he ended up making an all-star team that year. Chris Paul did. But you leave it up to a guy like Ryan Hollins, who never played the game on a high level. Hell, for all, the guy couldn't even make the Big Three league as a starter. He coming up the bench in the Big Three league, and he over there telling people that Chris Paul ain't got it no more. What the fuck qualify you to run your mouth the way you do about people who's played the game on a high level? Because the way I see it, Ryan Hollins and Kendrick Perkins ain't nothing but high-level trolls. They over there talking shit about players that's playing the game on the high level. They never did that. They never played the game on the high level. So they can get the fuck out of here. So if we know these guys ain't qualified to speak, then why are we taking their talking points? If Skip Bayless ain't qualified to speak basketball, then why the fuck are people taking Skip Bayless' talking point? If Stephen A. Smith ain't qualified to talk basketball, even though he thinks he is, then why are they talking shit about these players on the high level? And I see what the fuck Skip Bayless is doing. He's doing the same thing to Giannis, the same way he's doing to LeBron. Fucking leech. Skip Bayless needs to get the fuck out of here. Look, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the face of NBA basketball, as the brother just pointed out in the comment section just now. He's the face. So this whole notion about, oh man, his skill set. So if he don't have this skill set, then how he able to drop 50 points in the NBA final closeout game? I mean, that takes some kind of skill, don't it? I'm pretty sure to drop 50 points in a closeout game in the NBA finals requires some kind of skill. But, oh man, John's got this limited skill set. You know, he needs to expand this game. And he needs to, no, he don't need to do none of that. Why? See, what the media do, the media will build you up just to tear you down. Right? Giannis don't need to do that. If there's one thing I think Giannis needs to work on, is his free throw shooting. All that other stuff, he don't need to go out there and be shooting threes on a given night. That's why you got a GM and a coach that will put people in place that will allow Giannis to play his game. I don't want to see Giannis out there shooting threes. I want to see Giannis out there dominating the paint like he always has done. You do what you do best. And stop being a jack of all trades and master of none. That's the problem we got in today's society. Everybody want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. No, Giannis, you do what you do best. You master your craft. And be that dominant force on the interior. They can't stop you. The only thing they can do to Giannis is foul him. What's up, Intelligence Cycle? Salute to y'all. They don't like the fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the unquestioned face of the NBA right now. he got the championship. He didn't stack the deck. He didn't go and form a super team. They don't like that. You got a lot of people out there that's salty as fuck that don't like the fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo went out there and did it the way you're supposed to do it. And this is another thing that leads me to say this. A lot of you hypocrites out there ain't out here respecting people's championship. But if your favorite player won the championship, then you want everybody to respect your favorite player's championship. Ain't no damn asterisks around here when it comes to these championships. You beat who's in front of you. People out here trying to find every which way, what's underrated? Every which way to discredit Giannis' championship. And that's disgusting. They want to sit up here and jump on Monty Williams because Monty Williams went into the Bucks locker room to congratulate them. They want to sit up here and get on goddamn Monty Williams for doing that. But if you think about it, that's always been done. Morning. You're welcome. Have a good one. That's always been done. But yeah, I want to sit up here and, oh man, Monty Williams, man, you gotta let the team have their fun, man. Get the fuck out of here, dumbass motherfuckers. They say stupid shit like that. That's why we can't have proper debates. That's why we can't have quality shows. Because you got jackasses in here that don't know nothing, always coming in and act like they some damn savant. Like they some OGs and shit. Man, I've been OG this shit for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Check it and respect it. No, the only thing you need to check is your monkey ass out the door. We're not going to sit up here and I'm not going to tolerate nobody, and I absolutely mean nobody, disrespecting or discrediting Giannis' championship. That ain't going to fucking happen. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We're going to respect these people's championship because these people worked far too hard for far too long and endured the stuff they had to endure. They have some fucking dick-licking back piece of shit who's to sit up here and, you know, only having dreams of fucking an R&B bitch come on TV or come on social media and talk shit and denigrate the player for winning a championship. No, we ain't about to do that. We ain't about to do that. Fuck that. So that's all I gotta say about that one. But hey man, tell me what you guys think about this. I'm out this bitch. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!